welcome to another installment of Metalhead Central, the show where I take an honest look at the harder side of music and give it an honest rating. And I can't believe it's been a week since I listened to that incredible Baroness album. Of course, I've had it basically on repeat for the past week, it was that good. Today, we're taking a left-hand turn away from sludge metal into death metal territory, with a bit of a thrashy tinge, as we take a look at Memoriam's new album, Requiem for Mankind. It was released June 21st on Nuclear Blast. It's actually been a little while since we examined an album from this huge label. It's been a few weeks. Last one was Flesh God Apocalypse's Veleno, and that was an amazing album. So did the label deliver another stunning death metal masterpiece? Let's find out. Now this is a death metal album that would be accessible to the casual metal fan. I know. People in our community think accessibility sucks and all that stuff. But let's face it, if we're going to welcome new people into the metal fold, then bands are going to have to put out more accessible stuff at different points. And that's why I'm happy that bands like Memoriam are willing to do this. But that doesn't mean there aren't aspects on here that the extreme metal fan would appreciate. The guitar work on here is very nice. It's rapid fire when it needs to be, to satisfy those with an extreme thirst, but then the notes and chords are long and strung out when they need to be, to satisfy the more casual listener. It helps someone differentiate between verses and choruses, which is something that I find to be lacking in a lot of modern death metal. But the band don't sacrifice the integrity that is present in a lot of extreme music, and their riffs sometimes feel like they'd fit on a Slayer release. I know I brought up album openers a lot, and they've been excellent this year. From Baroness to Amon Amarth, In Flames to Flesh God Apocalypse, track number 1 has been track of the year so far for me. Requiem for Mankind is no exception. Shell Shock is not only one of the best album openers I've ever heard, but one of the best death metal songs I've ever heard. Again, the Slayer-esque riffs come into play, and they chug hard through a good part of the song. Then they throw in a really neat twist that makes them kind of sound like Dethklok. The other standout tracks on this album, like In the Midst of Desolation, The Veteran, and Austerity Kills, all have one thing that ties them together: a good, solid hook. The band is never really without something memorable to prod and play with your brain. On the downside, it does feel like drummer Andrew Whale defaults to the same double bass patterns a lot. It's nice when they slow the song down and he's able to explore some different stuff, but it feels like he returns to that same foot pattern in a few areas. Also, on a couple of songs, it feels like the band were just shoving stuff in there to sort of pad the album's runtime a bit. That causes the album to feel like it was dragging, just a tiny little bit. It's not terrible, but it feels like a song or two could have been shortened and it would not have harmed the album at all. In fact, it might have improved it. But those criticisms are very minor, and this is an album that I would be very glad to listen to again. It's got its problems, but overall, it was a very enjoyable death metal release. What else would you expect from a band that has two of the former members of Bolt Thrower in it? By the way, yeah, this album is all about war. Again, no surprises there. I like the journey through Memoriam's new one, and I think others would enjoy it as well. I'm giving Requiem for Mankind a 95 out of 100 on the YPS scale. Thank you so much for watching. Click like, and don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell for more Metalhead Central and the Metal Artist Review Show. Next week, we're going to be heading into a little bit bleaker territory, but I'm excited, because we're going to be examining atmospheric black metal outfit Ashbringer's new effort, Absolution. I hope you'll join me. You've been watching Metalhead Central, where I give honest ratings to honest music, and I'll see y'all next time.